Welcome back to Saga of Three Kings, session number 50. Woo! Wow! Oh, air horn, cool noises. When Darkness Falls is the title of this session. Last session, the group went to Mountain's Toe Mine, where they found that apparently, and under great haste and duress, some time ago, the dwarves who were mining the area of gold on behalf of the Curios of Mudis escaped or ran for their lives from the mine, and they have now found that the apparent main entry to the mine, so it were, is actually an old redoubt, dwarvish in kind. So the mining operation is perhaps deeper still. Who knows? But what happened is there is a band of orcs. They initially tried to converse with them, hoping them to be similar to the Dark Flames, who they intend to go and meet with, who are a mercenary group, who are friendly enough. These orcs unfortunately happened to have iconography on their persons that marked them as servants of the black dragon known as Orbicus. So, upon realizing that they were in league with servants and assistants of the dragon cult, and more specifically Calareth, they elected to engage. The fight has gone interestingly, and they are currently now settled in the main entryway of the redoubt. And yeah, just in case you aren't familiar, there are some auras that are kind of creating some kind of light animation there. It's kind of like a light white for some. Probably everyone now that you have sight on Benson. That light sight coming from Benson is his true sight from the goggles that he's, or the goggles that he's wearing. More glasses, really, spectacles. And then the aura around Brooklyn, as always, is his paladin's aura.
Aura of protection and aura of warning.
Aura of paladinness. That said, we left off. Everyone knows their current positions, so we won't go over that too much because it'll be relayed out through the process. Grok, you are up in the initiative count. The voice that warned you came from the passageway, which would be opposite the bridge from your current position. And beyond that, the floor is yours.
Okay, Grok is going to say, Benson, teleportation circle. And then he's going to start moving backwards 10, 15. Right here. And hold this position here and ready in action to fire his firebolt cantrip at anything that comes from the north.
Perfectly fair. Raya, you are up.
And then my Wildfire Spirit is just going to do much the same up here. He's going to ready in action to throw a flame seed if something comes.
Okay. Raya?
Yeah, knowing the plan, I will go take a defensive position on watch up to the north. I will bonus action dash to do so.
Okay. It will go to the orcs, which is basically the lair as a whole. There is some sound of movement coming from across the bridge, mainly heard by.
I have to action dash also to get there, but I'll be on the ceiling.
Oh, okay. You're actually able to see out now, right?
Give me a second.
You can see the ledge.
Yes.
Okay. So you can actually see a couple of things that I want to point out to you now that you're looking out at the skyline. Looking from your current position, taking a gander at the big map, you'll note that to your directly out from your current position, kind of looking away from the area, you would see that there is the mantle forest some distance off, some ways off in the distance. You would also note that you're able to see very well to the south from this position, as the mountain's toe and this height. The way you came up is kind of looking southwards, and you can kind of see quite a distance that way. You can see that the mountain range, or more hills really, rocky hills, kind of runs straight southwesterly, and it seems to kind of point directly into a marshy looking area. And that pointed direction kind of following that pathway. You can see not too far off in the distance. Maybe make a perception check. You'd venture a guess somewhere around 1,200 feet. A massive black winged figure flying in your direction.
I will relay that info to Grok.
They weren't shitting. They were.
They actually called him.
Does it look like a dragon?
Tattletales.
A dragon. Do we recall the dragon being able to fit into the size of the entrance of the cave that we came in the gate?
So, the gateway that you just ran through is about 10 feet wide by about 20 feet high. Dragons would be able to squeeze through. They would be able to make some difficulty in getting in, but the dragon...
Slow it down a little bit. It could get in here.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is based on your engagement with Freemus, a.k.a. Hornbeck, you're pretty sure that all it needs to do is get to the mouth of the cave, and its breath would cause issue. You're also noticing now, too, and you might be able to see it on the ground, but there does seem to be residue of what appears to be acid kind of placed on the ground, as if something like that has already happened before.
The green sprays there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they were there last time, but you're kind of putting two and two together. This redoubt seems to be, or this mine, seems to be a point of importance for the dragon known as Orcus. That said, probably because it's filled with gold and dragons love gold. The orcs on the other side sound like they're setting something up. Based on the position of those that are below, and the focus of Benson now to where do I set up the teleportation circle, because that is of utmost importance too. We'll get to that when it comes to Chody's turn. You would not be able to tell what's happening on the opposite side there. It comes to Chody's turn, and Benson would know that to cast teleportation circle will take a minute of casting time, meaning he must expend his action every turn, and once he has started casting, he cannot take movements from that position. And his actions will basically be using the residuum to create the magic circle on the ground, to create the teleportation circle for teleportation. After he casts it, all parties have exactly 1 round to get into the circle and through it, and only parties that he wants to leave can go. With that being known, and by vote of democratic process because Chody is currently not available, where would you like Benson to move to start setting up? He has a speed of 30.
Can you give us sight for Benson?
Everyone should have control of Benson.
Yeah, but we don't have sight.
Everyone should have sight for Benson.
I don't have control of him either.
Benson will be taking the dash action this turn.
Although
Then he wouldn't be able to start setting it up this turn, but that's okay.
No, he's taking the dash action this turn to get to this spot, where he has cover from the doors and cannot be seen by shooty holes.
Okay.
On his next turn, he will start casting it, and the...
Remember, this is a democracy, so if you want to overrule Jeremy, this is the time to talk.
We've
this is good.
it.
This is good.
Okay.
He'll be casting
Will he
it
have-
in the 10 squares in front of him.
Perfect.
Or not 10 squares, the 2 squares. 10 feet.
Yeah, it doesn't really need to be like a circled size. It's fine. As long as you move up to within a square of him, you can go through the circle.
Right. Well, it's got a 10-foot range, so it'll be
Okay.
adjacent to him and 10 feet out.
Got it. So it'll be that 4 square block in front of him.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Acceptable. Oh, no. Sorry, rereading it. It's 10 feet around him. So if you want to move him up a bit, it actually goes underneath him as well. It's a 10-foot radius. He's drawing the circle around him.
Diameter.
Yeah, it's 10-foot diameter, it says?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really small.
Yeah, then he's drawing it from himself, so it'd actually be around him.
So he should be north 1 square, and
Yeah.
he can just get it in between the steps and that wall on the left, right?
Yes.
Where are you saying that he has to be in it?
Well, he's drawing it.
He has to draw it.
Yeah, he has to draw it, but I mean, he just...
Yeah. No,
He's gotta-
he's got to be in it.
Be adjacent to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right, so as he just walks in a circle, ends right back where he is, draws a 10-foot circle, and it's got a 10-foot range.
Fair enough. Yeah, but it's not just a circle. It's
Right. No, he'll use his entire action on the next turn to make a 10-foot circle and end
Yeah.
up back in that hole adjacent to it where he activates it.
understandable. Yeah, he draws it out from like himself. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
No worries. It's not going to change.
All the times he's on defense, he has cover from the door and shooting holes.
Fair enough. Okay, let's see. So that would be Benson. And then it would go to Shambles. Now, as we left off, you're 15 feet above Brooklyn, which means that you are 95 feet down.
Feet down since he's... No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
I did a math good.
You did a math good. You're
I think I
just
should
showing me up.
I should get inspiration every time I do a math good.
You're doing inspiration for yourself?
No. DM
I'll
inspiration.
Proud
tell
of
you
you.
what. Every time you do math right, you inspire all of us. We're just going to grab it.
Oh,
no,
damn.
It's all right.
Here we go.
I feel it.
Oh,
I feel inspired by you getting something right.
I'm
And it's inspiring.
gonna pass on that. Thanks for the
Sure.
offer. Thanks for the offer, but
I'm going to reach into my bag and grab a
Confidence boost.
potion
really.
of climbing that we recovered from the steading area.
Yep.
Fly down the remaining 15 feet to Brooklyn and sort of force that down his gullet.
As an action, right?
Once I'm satisfied that he has drank it, I'm going to say, listen, I need you to be brave. I need you to get up there, and I need you to get inside that door. And then I'm going to start flying further south towards the water.
You mean
Further down.
Okay. When you arrive down there, it's probably about 30 feet, north to south, and probably about 10 feet wide. There's a pathway at the bottom, kind of V, that seems to go further on. There are two paths that kind of exit out of the northern V, like one on each side of the V. There's a bit of murky water on the ground. There's a massive kind of blockade in between you and the ground in the middle there. A dead ogre. His massive battle axe kind of saddled to the side of him. And his body looks like it's been broken and torn by the crevasse on his way down. He is very dead, but he seems to be kind of still moving, which is odd.
Bothersome.
There's a bit of a sound of water coming from the southern side. And
90 feet should put you on top of the water.
yeah, based on the look of it, it looks like the water that's currently present. It's not a very fast kind of movement, but it seems to be moving from south to north. And it does look like it's kind of pulling a bit on the south side of the dead body of the ogre, which is now kind of forming a dam of this very light trickle of water that seems to be moving across the crevasse's bottom.
I do want to point out I still have the explosion residue, so my speed is halved.
Mm-hmm.
I would have only made it, assuming we're going by my fly speed and not just dropping down there. I don't want to take advantage of that. I would only make it to about 30 feet above the ground.
Okay. If you want to attempt to deactivate the boots and then reactivate the boots,
Tie my laces together.
effectively, to try and get all the way down to the bottom now, you can attempt to. The main issue will be is if you fail the dexterity saving throw I'm about to make, you're trying to reactivate them, and they will reactivate after you've hit bottom. So just knowing that as a possibility, a possible threat there, it's a dexterity saving throw. You've been doing those really great. Do you want to go ahead and give it a shot?
So you're saying he could die and his boots will just carry him back to the top for us? Because that's hilarious.
I'm only doing this as a one-off. This will not be a I can deactivate.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Acrobatics check or just dexterity save?
Dexterity straight. Saving throw. Sorry.
I'll spend inspiration.
That'll succeed. So you manage to turn off the boots at the top of the, you kind of dunk and then click and fall. And then as you're about to hit the ground, 10 feet above, you manage to turn them on. And you kind of flutter down so that you're now lying down on the ground, covered in the water south of the ogre.
Perfect.
You are no longer briny-fied. But that will be your turn.
Got it.
Shambles done. Brooklyn up.
I'm gonna keep climbing.
Now you are at the slick portion, so this is definitely the basically you had a bit of a kind of gradient to help you kind of climb up, and some loose portions. This next portion looks like it's going to be a bit more difficult and is the more straight up kind of positioning here. So that said, your DC for your athletics check has been set. You have advantage because of the potion of climbing. Feel free to make an athletics check.
Get it, bud. Okay.
13.
Okay. So, typical rules for me is if you fail by less than 5, you don't have any negative effects. You just don't make it up any further. But if you fail by 5 or more, you fall. That said, you can make a dexterity saving throw to kind of reduce the problem, but you will be falling this turn. Okay. You do not reduce the fall by anything. So you come falling down. Zach, I need you to go ahead and roll me a D100. Okay.
71.
He will not be landing on you. He will instead be landing on the ogre.
People's elbow.
90 feet, or 75 feet, sorry. So that'd be a total of round up 8. You did not expect the fall. All right.
Neither did that ogre.
That ogre would serve as a cushion, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fatty tissue.
So I'll say that he will reduce the amount by 10. Because he's kind of higher, so it's kind of, you're hitting a little bit higher. So you'll only be taking 48 points of falling damage as you slam back down onto the ogre. And that movement, Zach, you realize he was in the dying state. But as an ogre, as an half-orc slams down onto the ogre, you hear a like the last death rattle of the ogre as he finally dies.
I'll admit you saved me a second or two, but you wasted a lot of time in the long run. Get back up that wall.
You are prone. You have not technically moved. You can get up, which would take half of your movement, and you can attempt to start climbing again. The DC here is only 15, so if you want to go ahead and give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had rolled a 14, you wouldn't have fallen, by the way. Oh, yeah, you're a very slow effort. You are not getting too much further up. You're still kind of, ogre body, and not doing too well on that. You're rolling really bad, my friend.
Yes.
Grok.
I'm muted, I'm sorry. I thought the potion of climbing with footholds would mean
Potion of
he
climbing.
could just use his movement.
Potion of climbing gives him advantage.
Oh, it's advantage, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is
Thank-
not a very good potion.
No, I'm sorry, I feel bad, guys.
You should.
Double checking. Potion of climbing. When you drink, you have advantage on strength athletics checks. You make to climb. The potion is separated into blah 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 blah.
My bad, I thought it just gave him a climbing speed.
Yeah, that is not good.
No, it's not too bad actually. It's better than guiding him up the whole time. You know.
I made it up fine the first time.
Glad I have this cloak.
It is a very rare item for a reason.
Super nice. I use it all the time.
Really
You
great.
should get some of these shoes, you guys.
Grok, you are up.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of those.
Raya looks back to you and says, "They weren't fucking around."
Grok.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. One more thing. Raya, you are keeping an eye on the dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you'll note that it clears about 120 feet distance.
that's what I thought. That's a dash, right?
You would presume that it is.
My next turn is going to be Arcana for Black Dragons anyway, but yeah.
Yep.
Grok says to Raya, should I cast Erupting Earth on the door so it has a harder time getting in?
Ooh. How tall was that doorway?
Not very. 20 feet, he said.
20 feet for the passageway. Yeah.
I'm going to do it, I think. What do you think? Yeah.
You gonna wait for
Yeah,
Raya?
I'm okay with that.
You gonna wait for Raya to get through, or?
No, I think he was going to come back here and do it.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want to cast it, actually?
Isn't it? Am I? So hold on. Right there. Door.
No. You're outside.
What's your speed?
You're outside now.
Oh, I'm outside now. Jesus.
Yeah. Your speed's not that fast. So
That would have been 60 if I dashed.
if you dash, you can't cast a spell.
Okay. I
what's
wouldn't
your speed?
necessarily. My speed is 30. I wouldn't have necessarily had to cast it this turn, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Understood.
You can stand right beneath me and cast it.
Real quick, okay? So you understand. This outside that you're kind of looking at here, That's the facade, right? And then this portion here is actually inside like a cave. And then you go into the mountain as you descend down. Does that make sense?
I'm having trouble with that, but maybe he gets.
Let me help you visualize it again. So you have the path that goes up, and it's running along the outside of the mountain. Okay. Then it comes up to that landing where you first found the 2 orcs, right?
Yeah.
That landing is set inside of the mountain, like a little cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And then inside of that little cavern, there's a tunnel that shoots down the steps, which you are now in. The tunnel's ceiling is 20 feet high at its opening, but at your current position where you're currently standing, your token and your wildfire, it's 10 feet lower because of the steps, and then 10 feet lower even still. The ceiling remains the same height throughout, so it's 20 feet at the opening, it's 30 feet where you're standing, and it's 40 feet at the large foyer, the large entrance that has the door.
Right, and so the dragon would have to come this way, right? It would have to get to
Right.
us. It would have to.
If you're wanting to seal it off, you want to hit your spell here.
Right. So how about this
Okay.
instead? Grok is going to hold his action until after Raya's turn, and then he's going to cast that spell in that spot.
Perfect.
Okay.
So then it goes to Raya. Do you want to keep an eye on the dragon, or do you want to rush back into the hold?
I'm gonna do an Arcana check here on dragons.
That'll be your action.
14.
Black dragons are also known as skull dragons. Other than that, you know that they breathe acid, and are swamp-faring creatures.
They're black.
And they are black-skinned. It's scales. Yeah. Their horns are usually kind of a yellowish in color, as are their eyes. And the horns usually kind of come around to the front. They don't kind of go up and jut out to the side. They're more kind of like horns, like a bull.
Okay. And he appears to be moving about 120 feet per round.
Correct.
And he started out approximately 1,200 feet away.
Well, you're pretty sure that he was on his way well before you saw him. But yeah, when you first saw him, it would have been about 1,200 feet. Right now, it's about 1080.
So we have about 9 to 8 rounds before he's on us.
It'll be cutting it close.
Yeah. Grok, just keep your spell ready. I'm going to keep an eye on him, because just in case he veers off and has a back way in here, I want to keep eyes on him until we need to close it.
Right. And one of the questions I have, John, is could I pop the spell up without... I want to make sure that I can dispel the spell without having... You know what I mean? Like...
You can
So I
drop.
just-
You can drop the spell, but I think Erupting
Okay.
Earth leaves a lingering thing. So let me just double check it.
This is what it says.
Okay, thank you. That's a lot easier. Each creature. So it's an instantaneous spell, so there is no dropping it. Actually, the difficult terrain will be present, and all it will do is create a difficult terrain square.
But it's 20 feet,
cube,
so it would take
rather.
up the whole space, though.
Yeah. So it will because it's a churned earth. It's not just loose, or it's not just solid earth like a wall of stone would be. The loose parts will fall to the ground. It'll.
So yeah, it's going to blow up, make obscuring terrain for a couple of seconds, and settle as difficult terrain. You won't block it like a doorway.
Okay, well, that's not really super helpful then.
Well, it will create difficult terrain. Now, just so you understand the math, a large creature or a huge creature squeezing through a space that a large creature could fit in, it's having its speed. If it's then moving over difficult terrain as well, it's having it again. So if it has a speed of, let's say, 60, which is just flat speed, not a smooth speed, but let's say, having it would reduce it down to 30, having it again would reduce it down to 15. So it's not a
not
bad
bad.
idea.
I
Okay,
feel
and the
awfully
other-
inspired right now. Did
the
you
other-
hear yourself?
I feel proud of that. I can't get rid of it. The effect is what you're saying.
It
And
will
so I just
remain present, yeah.
want to make sure that we only drop this at the last moment when we need it, so we don't just basically cut our own access off.
Right.
Yeah,
As
so
you-
I will be calling out when the dragon's here, and on that round is when you kind of want to ready an action to hit him in the head with it
Okay.
if he comes around that corner.
Right. As you should be able to read on the spell, to clear a 5-foot square portion of the eruption, it'll take 1 minute to clear by hand. So,
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether that's like anyone or the caster can just make that disappear.
no.
Got it.
You are creating you're changing the nature of the actual earth that's present. That said, Raya, you are maintaining a lock and eye position on that. All right. The orcs on the opposite side are doing a thing, but they currently have no targets and they're not moving out or anything crazy. Benson will be continuing the spell casting. This is round 2. Keep in mind another thing too is the second he finishes the casting, 1 round after that, if everyone's not on the boat goes. So
Right.
he can't stop and start. There's no waiting. It is literally, if you're not there right when he needs you to be, whoosh.
Then you better know how to hide.
From Dragons Forever and Ever.
For a few weeks.
Shambles.
So Brooklyn is sort of like lounging in the remains of an ogre right now.
On the remains, yeah. He's actually up and trying to climb again. So he's starting from.
Oh, he got back up already. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I like the idea that he went inside the ogre better too.
No, it's like a big beanbag chair.
and I thought
It's all broken ribs, and he's just...
Hold on, no, wait.
Shape
I
print.
thought they smelled that on the outside.
Damn it!
What's the matter, John?
He
You
wanted
can't get your quips out fast enough.
I was gonna go, and I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
There'd be a lot more wheezing from Brooklyn's own broken ribs, though.
Fair. But no, he's actually up atop it, and he's starting from atop the ogre, which I'm saying is giving him a good 5-foot advantage in the climbing
boosty.
process.
Can you kind of went over it, but this is turn 1 of Benson starting the casting.
No. He moved and he dashed. Sorry.
Yeah, he had to dash to get
and now
here.
he's
He is
started.
now starting the circle. We are a turn behind.
Correct. That is
All right. Well, I'm going to look through the ogre's things while keeping an eye on Brooklyn. He had an axe that was cool.
He had a battle axe. Yeah. I would say since it kind of splashed aside from him, it can be acquired, or you can acquire his bag. One or the other as your investigatory kind of action. Actually, no. Picking up a weapon from the ground is incidental. So you pick up the axe and you grab the bag as your action.
Sounds good. And then I'm going to... I feel like I gotta stick with Brooklyn, make sure he doesn't fall again. So I'm just gonna play his shadow. Kneecaps to backs of knees, and I'm just...
Roll a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah, I'll give you this one for free.
Okie doke. 21.
Do you have a rope?
I do not.
Okay. Inside the bag, there is a rope.
I do have a rope.
It's a pretty heavy rope, pretty thick. Looks like it's probably about 50 feet long. And there are some other kind of mundane bits and baubles adventuring gear for an ogre.
Am I about to be a jetpack?
You feel like you could...
And or parachute.
You feel like you could ascend, tie off the rope, and it would give him an easier time of climbing. But you feel like the part where he's currently climbing, that's not going to be hard for him. You feel like if you can get to the slippier portion, you can connect to the easily climbed last 20 feet, tie it off there, drop it down for that.
Yeah, I'll go up above the more slippy portion
Okay.
and aim to tie it off from that.
Does that reduce the difficulty of the climb?
It will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how does he get double advantage?
No, it won't double advantage.
Okay,
It's
got
just-
it, okay.
Yeah, it's easier to climb a rope than it is like a slick surface. So the DC drops. But
That checks out.
what's your speed on flying?
55.
Yeah, and are you?
And I'll spend a key point to double it.
How many of those do you have remaining?
1.
Okay. I
all
I've
it
been
needs.
spending them.
I didn't check this time. I thought the math I did earlier, and obviously it was wrong because I did it. I thought it was 3, but no, yeah, you have 1 remaining.
Everybody lose inspiration.
That's fire.
You lose inspiration every time I do math. You guys are going to be a negative inspiration for the rest of your life.
Shit.
And we all just drop dead.
You ascend all the way up
110 feet.
Okay, so you would be at the start of the bad. So you need to go up 60 or 55 more feet, I think, would do it to get the tie off, which will basically cut the 50 or so feet in between.
It's 180 feet. You're right.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say it's 120. I don't know where that number came from.
120 is the distance the dragon is moving to turn.
No, it was well before that.
Fair enough.
I appreciate the out, but I'm not going to take it.
Shambles done. Brooklyn up. Reascend. Yeah, DC's 15. You have advantage +6 to your roll. Roll. Doing better. So you're able to move up your speed halved. So you're at 15. Do you want to... And that's 5 up from the ground because ogre body. So we're 20 off the ground. Do you want to go ahead and give another climb?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're dashing. Go ahead and make your check. You're up 35 feet from the bottom. All right, Grok, you are up. Oh, sorry. Apologies. Bottom of the initiative. Raya, you're staring off at the dragon. You watch the dragon kind of move one of its claws forward and kind of clench it and ascend by pushing its wings backwards and kind of ascending like Superman kind of deal. As it does so, you watch kind of a weird purplish light appear around its clawed fist, and you see two large magic circles appear to the left and right flank of it. As those circles kind of generate, you can see they have draconic markings and look very similar in kind to like warding that was placed in and around Lomac's sealed chamber. As those kind of move and tilt for a second, you watch as they summon forth two more dragon forms of approximately the same size as the black dragon. One is red, and one is blue. That's after it flew its 120 feet.
But do they appear to be illusions or solid dragons, or you just can't tell from here?
From this distance, they look like real, total of 3, all different color dragons.
Okay.
Too bad we killed the white one already.
Hey, Grok. There's 3 of them now.
Oh, that's great.
They'll never squeeze in.
There's no way 3 dragons will fit in here.
This is better than we thought.
Can't dragons transform into like dragon form?
Dragons can transform into like human form, but only certain ones.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like all of them. Because I was gonna say they could just all do that and come in here.
I believe it's red, silver, and gold can do alternate shape, at least from older.
I think all the
editions.
metallics can.
Not all the metallics, no. I know that bronze is one that can if they're older, but younger ones can do it if they're just.
We also know that because we watched it happen.
Yeah, that's a thing that you know can.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Grok done. Or Grok, sorry, you get a turn. Raya is just seeing things. Grok, what would you like to do?
Okay.
Ping your shells
You
and
said
option.
you said there was a red and there was a blue.
Blue and then the real one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look at my notes. I do see something about this, but I'm just gonna want to move down a little bit to get closer to Benson, but not in range of anything that might be fired across. So let me do that.
Keeping wary of the door. Got it. Do you want to take a quick peek around the edge to see if you can see anything? You're muted.
Oh, do I see them with arrows or something over this way?
No, it's complete darkness. It seems like they're keeping inside of their cubbyhole. The presumption is that they are protecting and waiting.
Okay.
Whatever they happen to be protecting, they're probably doing so with their life. And
Got it.
Also, don't want to get sprayed with acid.
the other thing you might want to be thinking about too is if it's worthy of summoning two old dragons to the fight. Whatever they're protecting here must be important.
Yeah, and I think they're real dragons, folks, because I know that there was a red dragon, and there was a blue dragon with the question mark that was apparently roaming around somewhere in the south, which might be this.
Yeah.
Oof, this is bad.
We
Right.
should leave, but
Well, we could hold on a second. I do have the phoenix feather, so there's a thing that can be done. That's like, no. I mean,
The Phoenix Feather just brings you back to life after you
I
die.
think you have to die
it
while
doesn't
holding-
Okay, so I gave back the scale which summons Uru.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
done that anyway.
thinking about it now, and after what they said, it was good that you never summoned Oru, because apparently the dragons, had the ability to bring forth the whole brigade. But that's it.
We're kind of effed here. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Boothbrain didn't get the message. Tried to solo us. I'm a hero.
I'm kind of. I wish I kind
So
of
dead.
white dragon player. We can have red, white, and blue coming at us. That'd be hilarious.
but he was stupid, Brett. Shame on
He
him.
was though. He really was.
In all honesty, thinking about it, Raya, as you're kind of looking at it, whatever's here must be very important if that's real magic. And if it's a one-off thing, like, it might very well be, because that's very powerful magic you just witnessed. It's probably the reason why Freemus didn't do it isn't because of smoothness. It's because there was no
Wrong.
there was no reason to do it.
I like smoothness as an answer.
Fair enough. He done. Grok done. Raya up. Seen enough? You want to hide in the hole?
I mean, I got like 7 turns to go over here.
Hiding
But-
in a hole. He just has more to go into.
Yeah, I'm gonna move though. Let's see.
Why are they yelling?
That's what they do.
Fair.
Or no, I can get. I'll take a dash action. I'll go back to where I was.
Okay.
Across the
While
board.
he's running by, Grok is going to say, "Were there anybody riding those dragons?"
Too far away to tell. You've got about 36 seconds, I think. 6 rounds.
960.
At least,
You divided
yeah.
by 120. I don't know. You do the math. All right.
Well, we started with approximates, so I don't know. It should be 8 or 9, but we're going to say 6 is when Grok needs to start paying attention to erupting Earth.
Sure. Orcs don't do anything. Raya, as you kind of rush past and kind of look over in that direction, if I remember correctly, you have 120 dark vision, right?
Yeah.
You would see what appears to be 2 orcs kind of saddled at the end of the hallway, just beyond those 2 doors that have been opened. And they appear to be holding a bigger version of the cannons that you saw dropped off in the main room. Those weird gust cannons that shot Shambles back. They appear to
I
be...
never saw this.
Yeah, they're laying on the ground in the main room. You saw them. But yeah, they are like large, massive kind of iron barrels. All right, Benson.
I'll action Ghost Knife right here.
Okay. Yeah, it would have dissipated a couple turns ago. Cool. Benson, you are up. Chody, go ahead and say what you want to do. Oh, you're not here? Oh, we can't play anymore.
So this is round two of the circle.
Activating a circle.
Shambles.
I'm going to fly up to a secure position
Tie the rope.
at the 160-ish mark and tie the rope.
Okay. What you'll note about the rope as you're kind of tying it and dropping it down, there are stains all throughout the rope that appear to be kind of blood stains. Like someone used this to kind of wrap around mortal creatures and pull them places, or hang them places. It's very kind of disconcerting. But
It seems sturdy. It seems like a usable rope.
I would say like a normal, like, just rope would probably be like kind of, typical climbing rope.
Right.
This rope is like a nice sized cord. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a redemption arc for the rope. I'm tying it off, and it's going to save somebody.
All right. So it is about 60 feet long. It would take you about 5 feet of that to tie off onto a nice solid rock position.
Sure.
So we're looking at 55 feet down, which covers the entire slippy slide portion. So Brooklyn, you are 35 feet off the ground. Climb check. Good.
20?
21. Good. You are now 95, or sorry, let me do the math right. 65 feet off the ground. You're just about to slippy slide down.
There's a rope.
There is a rope. All right, at the bottom of the initiative, no one's looking, but stuff happens. Hold on.
There was infighting.
Yeah.
The dragons can't decide who's in charge.
Rawr. How dare you summon me? I was
How
in the
dare you
middle.
summon me without the treasure?
Yeah, that's kind of
I
a
think
shitty
there's
thing
like a-
to do.
there's
They were
like a-
probably in the middle of something.
There's like a love triangle going on or something.
Grok, you are up.
Yep, Grok is going to ready his erupting earth spell, and the wildfire spirit's going to move back beside him.
I mean,
Anything.
you don't have to ready. You can just throw it at now. Raya ran past you.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it now.
Okay, you should be able to draw on the map. Go ahead and just give me the 20-foot cube where you.
Yeah, you're waiting for them to stick their head in it, so you got the D12 damages on them.
So did we talk about like right here?
Yeah,
Is that
about,
what? Right there?
like right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, like that dark line across the top of the steps.
What just happened? I thought it was brighter than that.
It's fine.
Alright.
So you kind of watch the turtle kind of shuffle his foot across the ground, slam his fist shut. Seems to be kind of like gripping a shiny black piece of stone as he does so. And you watch as the kind of mouth of the cave kind of rumbles and then just erupts up in a sheet of like rock and slag. and starts to fill in at the base there. Looks,
Earthbender Grok.
looks like a lot of. I'm glad you got the foot reference. Thank you. Raya, you are up.
Is it because he's blind in his other game, man?
Got him. By the way, I don't know if you haven't replied to that, but I did send you the details on that. Anyways,
I'm still getting over that.
Coping.
Raya,
I'm gonna hang out here.
what's that?
I'm going to prepare myself to pull the rope that's still attached to the door lever when the other two get through. But other than that, I don't
Do
need to do.
do me a favor and make me a investigation check. I think is the best way to call that.
6.
The way that the rope, when the lever went down, the rope kind of fell off. It's not attached to it any longer, so you're not going to be able to pull it up. You think that if you were to get into the room, you could activate it that way, but you do not think there's a way for you to get the rope on it without some form of magic to assist.
Like lasso it like we did last time?
It's down now, so you'd have to lasso it from underneath, which would be increasingly difficult if you understand the mechanics of that.
It was down when he tried to
So
lasso
the lever
it.
moves up and down, not forward and back.
It was up, and then it came down when it got knocked.
What you described it last time, it sounded like the lever moved like toward the wall and away from the wall.
Yeah, it does. But
Really hard to pull it back toward the wall.
no.
It was a disadvantage last time to pull it because it was the wrong way.
It comes down. And the reason why it was a disadvantage is because you have to get it to go all the way in a half circle. So that's what the disadvantage was. Now you're wanting it to go up, but you need to lasso it first. And to lasso it, you would need to hook a mount that is pointed down. Does that make sense?
And hope it
I
doesn't fall
see.
off.
I forgot when Benson knocked the door.
It caused
I
the
didn't
lever to
realize
fall.
that caused the lever to go. Okay.
Yeah, and based on what you're seeing now, it looks like the rope fell off when it dropped because it wasn't fully taut. You hadn't tried to pull it yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and stare at it then and try to think of something.
Okay.
Going out there to flip it.
Hold on a second. That investigation check is high enough. You're pretty sure that the warglaives that the orcs were using, which are just inside the doorway, if you were to grab one of those and reach it in, you could finagle the lever with no problem.
Get out this turn then.
Yeah, it's a really high investigation check. When you get to a position where the warglaives are, you can see further on, they've got the cannon, and it's barrel pointed straight down at you. They do not shoot. Even though you're kind of walking out in front of them and kind of, oh, glaive, okay. They don't shoot. It seems like they are holding the line just like the first pack of orcs did when you tried to enter. But yeah, you rush in, you take the warglaive and kind of settle it in there, and you've got a perfect kind of, you can feel a really good, strong position here. You can lift and pull the blade up, it'll knock it right into where you want it to be.
I'm just gonna hang out here with this and give those guys the finger on the way back.
Perfect. The orcs on the other side continue to maintain their position. They do not seem to be moving. They're holding the line. Benson, round 3, right? And Shambles, you are up.
I'm just below the bridge now, like 15 feet,
Yes.
where I tied it off. I'm going to go ahead and draw my sword and cut that rope bridge on this side.
Okay. So it does look like it's going to take multiple efforts. You're going to have to cut both sides of the rope bridge, and it's going to be basically 2 strikes because it's connected at the floor level, and it's also connected at the handrail level. But you can definitely...
Is it like a movie rope bridge, like your standard adventure?
It is not. It is a bit more secure than the standard, like Indiana Jones fare. You're not just going to cut one line and, cause the thing to split because there's no weight on it.
But it would slack one side and make it harder to cross.
It will do that, yeah. But if you want to, what you can do is, as an action, and cut one of the 4 lines. Or you can make an attack roll against the cord, and you need to do 5 damage to it. However, it has damage resistance against all slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage, magical or non, of 5. Its hardness value. So,
Okay, I see what you mean.
Over 10.
Yeah, I guess I'll start swinging at the ropes. I'm gonna go for the handrail and the floor secure on
On one
the bottom side
Okay.
or south side.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack.
12.
Yep, that hits. It's more for critical than anything
Ah,
else.
good.
You have advantage on the attack because it's immobile, so yeah.
Oh, that's
So you manage to tear into it pretty well, but it does not pierce all the way through. Go ahead and make your second attack against, I'm assuming the same target.
going for it.
Mhm.
There we go.
Roll damage, and that's enough to
Yeah.
get through. Yeah, so you dealt a total of 19 damage, but it seems to have resisted 10 of that. But you managed to get through the 5, no problem, cutting the rope on the top end.
Just weakened it, then it snapped when they walked across it like a movie.
All right. Yeah, it looks like the handrail on the one side will be difficult for them to kind of maneuver through, but
Utilize.
it's definitely not impassable. It'll just be
And
difficult.
I'll bonus action kick the floorboards.
You can. You can.
Oh, okay.
You can attempt to kick the mounting out. That's fine. Go ahead.
I'll give a good stomping.
Yeah, that is. And yeah, you will go ahead and bludgeon it out. So now that entire quadrant of the rope bridge 4 section is now kind of folded. It will be for the half side that you are on, difficult terrain to cross. Good. Shambles done. Brooklyn up. We are at 65. Go ahead and climb check number 1. Good. Climb check number 2.
There you go.
It should be normal. The second one's the difficult, yeah.
Well, when he gets to the rope, it's actually way easier than 15. It's super cake. But so 65 plus 15 is 80.
85.
I didn't know if you made it to the rope
65
yet, but
plus.
So
Sorry.
80. So he's now in Cake Town. So he actually will be on the rope now, making his way up. You are so 65 plus 30. We're at 95 feet off the ground. For your next 2 rolls, it'll be DC 10 because rope plus rock easy. Grok,
Yeah, I have a question.
shoot.
Does difficult terrain stack?
No.
Okay, so I can't. If I threw spike growth on top of erupting earth, it really wouldn't make a difference.
Spike growth has its own benefits, but yeah, it does not stack.
Okay.
You could make
Micro.
more difficult terrain.
Is there any way he could collapse the center beginning of the cave?
No.
What if I could I throw
Go ahead, Andy.
could I throw spike growth before the erupting earth?
Or after. Your call.
Before placement wise, not time wise.
Like
In front of.
in front of or closer to us? Yeah.
Yeah, either way, it's fine. Just do spike growth in a different color.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's.
That one I think does have a concentration requirement.
It is concentration and it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, it goes away when you're no longer concentrating on it.
Okay.
Yeah, erupting earth basically causes the earth to boom and become broken up. Spike
Right.
growth causes spikes to come out and then snap back in when you're done
Right.
concentrating. Okay, so draw out your spike growth pattern. It's 20-foot radius, so if you're doing it from the ceiling, it'll be kind of the walls in the ceiling, and then like 10 feet at the bottom of the steps would be uncovered. But it's a pretty big dragon. It's taking the beats.
He's touching all those walls.
So I can get here.
If you're doing on the inside, yeah, you could do the 5, 10, 15, 20, the next 20 feet in the tunnel.
Like that.
radius.
I was,
That's
I
40
was, I was saying down. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's open enough it could just fly over it into the erupting portion. So
Great. Then we're not going to do.
yeah, make the spiked growth inside of the narrow space it has to squeeze through.
Got it.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Too long.
Ryan,
Oh yeah, I'd hang out here with my new halberd.
are you readying an action to pop it once you see them pass the doorway?
Just on the off chance that they do come through.
Okay. Orcs, you hear kind of yelling from those of you that are inside the entryway. Everyone else can't hear it. So this would be Shambles and Brooklyn. You hear them kind of speaking back and forth to each other in Orcish. To you, Brooklyn, it's just almost like it's really close to out of earshot because you're still down a bit. But it sounds like they are talking about Shambles cutting the bridge.
They're pretty upset about that bridge, Shambles.
It sounds like they're asking someone who's in charge what they're supposed to do.
They're confused, more like.
Right. They're like, this is a part of the plan. what
Yes,
are
it
we
was. Brent, I need you to translate every swear I know and every swear you know in Orcish.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, sorry, Andy. That should actually be 20 feet longer. It's 20-foot radius.
It's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of thorns. That's awesome.
Yeah, it should be 40 feet. It should basically clear out the entire tunnel, the remainder.
Got it.
Yeah. Benson, turn 4.
All this is for not if it just breathes acid on us.
Shambles up. I've got 3 breath weapons. It doesn't have to be acid.
Fire or whatever blue does.
Lightning. Yeah. Shambles. Cut the rest of the line.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks. Hit. That's enough to cut the top. And the second.
I feel like kicking it.
Yeah.
10?
That's enough to cut it. So you basically, you kind of snap and then punt, and it kind of causes the bridge to snap down. You hear a sound of orcs kind of yelling on the other side. Brooklyn, you hear them go, they closed off the bridge! And you can kind of hear a voice beyond that. Shambles, you can hear it clear as day, you just don't understand what he's saying. Brooklyn, Climb Town, you are, this next 30 feet will be in rope land. So you are at 95, no, let me do the math. 1, 2, 3 successful turns of climbing, that's 90 feet. Plus 5, 95. I was right. I did the math good. So you're at 95. So it'll be 10. The next 30 or so feet will be a DC 10. So go ahead and make your... Yeah. Go ahead with the next one.
Thank God for advantage.
Thank God for the potion of climbing. So success. You're up 30 feet up more. We're at a total of 125. Your rope continues on for... believe another 30 feet, 40 feet, and then the last 20 feet of the, 35 feet. The last 20 feet of engagement are going to be very easy to climb because they're the most sloped. When you fell off, it was more of a tumble, and then drop. So, heads up there. Stuff happens with the dragons. Let me see. Cool. Brooklyn, you are done. Grok, you are up.
Yeah, I'm just going to ready an action to throw a cantrip, a firebolt, or something at something if it comes through that open way.
Okay. Ryan, maintaining the ready. All right. Shambles, you look across the way there, and just outside of your light, you can kind of see a shape kind of move into the hallway. You then see 2 silver shining lights kind of appear. They look like metal kind of reflecting off of the torchlight that's present in the room you're in. Then you hear a clang, clang, as you see the 2 metal things kind of clash against each other, kind of like this. And as that happens, you then see the door that's in front of you slam shut. You see a glyph appear on the facing of the 2 doors, kind of centering in between the 2, and then disappear.
Over here?
The door opposite you, not the door you guys are wanting to get through.
Good. So that door slammed shut and some magical seal appeared for a moment.
Some mage on the other side seems to have closed it and magically bound it, yeah.
They warded against elements.
What's that?
Were they warding it against the elements?
We're gonna need it. Blocks all elemental damage.
Rock, you know that spell?
Orc's done. Benson up. Turn 5, right?
That'd be number 4.
Okay.
No, we just had 4, yeah.
And based on my math, I'm double checking here, and I'm pretty good at math today, so I'm going with it. It sounds like the dragons will arrive 1 turn before Benson finishes his spell.
Yes, because we had to spend the dash turn.
Right.
To get him into position.
Good deal. Shambles, you are the one that is up.
Does it seem like I could assist Brooklyn any further in his climb?
Not anymore because of the way you cut the rope bridge. But the last...
I thought about cutting it from the other side, but I didn't want to get blasted in the back.
Sure. The proximity, he's got the rope to finalize, and then it'll be the last stretch. You do not have a rope on your person. The rope
Correct.
that you did have was not yours. So there's nothing you can do to help him in that regard, in speeding him up. He is on his own.
Yeah, I'll cover the door, and no, you know what? I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Okay. Brooklyn. DC 10s for, let me double check. We are at 125 feet. So this next 30 will be the last of the easy time. So go ahead and with that, and the last one. 13 is good enough. You manage to make it up to the top of the rope, and you can see that this next shuffle is not so much a straight up climb, it's more of a kind of scramble up kind of a slope, as you can kind of see there on the map. So you're basically going to be making those checks at a DC 12. So, Grok, you are up. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Dragons. Okay. Grok, go ahead.
Grok is going to move down and try to shield Benson from any potential
Oh,
dragony stuff.
So you wouldn't actually know Benson was there until just last turn, because he was invisible. But he appears, and you can see him going as he's drawing chalk on the floor.
Perfect.
I keep forgetting he was never invisible.
Presidium appearing on the floor in the circle, he would have known he was there.
Nobody was paying attention to chalk being scribbled on the ground silently over in the
That's
corner.
cool.
This is a high stress situation.
I don't know. Benson's over there whistling. You know how they like to whistle when they work.
You kind of do a quick look around, and then you see the halfling in the red cloak in the corner going, it's over here. This is the exit. Okay.
So we're just going to sort of block for him and put the wildfire here in front and hope for the best.
Okay. And you are immediately in the area of the spell, so you will be when it does happen. Raya.
Same.
Holding. Orcs continue to maintain their posture behind the door.
As far as we know.
Turn number 6 for Benson, right? Or turn 7?
6.
This is turn number 6 for Benson.
Oh, no. It should be...
That's number 5.
This is 5?
No, it's 6. I'm counting.
Okay.
You in the chat.
Yeah, I'm counting 2, and it should be 6.
It's 6.
I think you missed the 5, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Now you're good.
You know what? 7.
It speeds it along.
Countdown.
I'll take 7.
Shambles, waiting for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to step out of his way. Just make sure he has access to a landing. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to give him a hand if I can reach him.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay.
What you got?
I'm doing my math.
Okay.
Things are
Here we go.
Things are happening outside. There are shenanigans that are happening.
I'm sure there are.
Grok.
Grok turns to Benson and says,
I
whispers,
didn't get the climb.
please hurry up.
Oh, sorry, Brooklyn. Go ahead and roll your 2 checks. So then, good and good. So we were at 155. You are literally right on the cusp of exiting out of the pit. 5 feet left.
I thought it was a 180-foot drop.
It is 180 foot. You're 175 feet up.
155 plus 30 is 185.
You are up and you are 5 feet out. Sorry, I'm bad at
On next.
You are on a roll, man.
I can't trust myself anymore.
That's good.
So you are out and up and at him. That said, it'll go to the bottom of the initiative. Grok, you are the 1.
Grok sings a little song to Benson to inspire him, even though he's not a druid, a bard.
Oh, he is a druid. He is not a bard.
Not a
Raya,
bard.
surprised you didn't multi-class into it. Got him! You suck. Raya, readying. Orcs, definitely hiding.
Give me good ideas.
Benson, turn 7.
7.
Shambles. Rush through.
Yeah, I'll get.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get through.
Brooklyn, go ahead and move your speed.
I will also go through here. Let me make sure that's right. It was right here. Yeah, okay, I can move up to there. There we go.
Yeah, shield Benson.
Yeah, shield Benson.
Once I get there. Well, I guess I can take the dash action, can I?
Get in front of Grok. You're doing everything you can to shield Benson any way you can.
Yep.
And has everybody cleared the threshold?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll take the ready action to pop the door.
Okay. It's still shut. I'll get that here. On initiative 1, but currently cycling on a non-initiative cycle. You hear... this is turn 8, right?
It will be, yes.
Okay. You hear a large thud. It sounds like one massive creature has landed outside. And based on its kind of footfalls, it sounds like it's moving more quickly than the dragon you have fought before in the past.
Huh.
Benson, in the middle of his mutterings as he's kind of drawing, this is again me being fair and free, he says, "Fucking lightning one probably has haste." It's what he says aloud. Probably without the cursing. I think Benson's been pretty...
It's awful clean cut. Yeah.
He's been pretty Disney so far, I think. Yeah.
They won't let him into R-rated movies, so he doesn't know any swears.
He doesn't know swear words. Okay, so Grok, you are up, and I will get that on the map. You shouldn't be able to see... Well,
No, you closed off the door.
well, it's not completely shut, but yeah, you might be able to actually see it. Let me just...
Grok hands Rooklyn a healing potion. I can't heal you right now because it would make the spike growth go.
You can cast... you can cast Cure Wounds. It's not a concentration spell.
Oh.
Yeah, you can cast other spells while you're concentrating. You just can't cast
I can't say concentration on them.
other
Right.
concentration spells.
Thank you for that reminder.
No worries.
Okay, we're going to do that instead then.
So can you see him?
There you go.
No, I can't. And I'm in front of her.
No, I can't see it.
What do you see?
Oh, he's on the wrong layer. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Layer, not layer. Important
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, now I see him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he was in the Majir's Tower.
You see a pretty decent-sized, hefty blue dragon on the landing outside. He appears to kind of snake his head down at the dead orc, and then move his head to all of the destruction of earth and growth in between him and probably his charge. So yeah, Grok, you said you cast Cure. Raya, you are up. You let go of the glaive. It's just not important anymore. That's for free. And then...
Could my wildfire spirit take its ready to action and throw at the dragon?
Yeah, if it's been readying up this whole time, sure.
That's a miss.
Okay. You see it kind of come towards it. You watch the dragon kind of move to the side, and like this kind of after pattern kind of move with the dragon as it kind of snakes to the side. Its eyes kind of flare as it stares at the wildfire spirit. The orcs.
Yep.
And I'll just keep the dragons on the bottom of the initiative count. It's easier that way than rolling. All of them separate.
Me. I'm moving over here and taking a hide action at the ceiling.
Okay. The orcs on the opposite side continue to do their thing. Benson, this would be turn 9.
So high?
Shambles.
Yeah, I guess I'll... What are we at? Turn 8?
This is turn 9 that just went by. Turn
This
10.
is 9, that was 9.
Turn 10 will be next, and then you'll have
And then we leave on the next turn.
Well, no, you'll have until that turn, the bottom or the top of
I see.
his 11th to get to it, or it disappears. The circle lasts for a round.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just stand by near Raya.
All right.
And if he gets close enough, we'll go in for a wallop.
All right. Rooklyn.
I'm going to Cure Wounds myself. Level 2, sweet.
All right. All right. At the bottom of the initiative, the blue dragon, after kind of snaking its head away from the wildfire spirit's thing, kind of snaps its head back around. Got a and lightning kind of zaps out of its tongue and its mouth, kind of shooting out of its teeth, scratching across the spike growth and straight down the line. The wildfire spirit being the initial target, because it was presumed that it was at probably about ground level. Its line is going like so. So everyone on that line, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Keep in mind your bonus, you add your charisma into that.
Okay.
And everyone who is not the wildfire spirit will be adding. But I think the wildfire spirit has really low HP.
40. So not nothing.
Not bad.
It might survive.
Not
I
nothing.
got a 17.
Yeah, you
What's your charisma?
+2.
yeah.
Okay.
Brooklyn,
So
you
17.
still fail. Real quick note: because of the angling, a bunch of stuff in the way, people in the way. If you are not Brooklyn, you have advantage on the check.
Oh, 21 then.
Okay. Yeah, Brooklyn, you'd basically be the main stopper since you were all blocking. And then
I'll take it all if I have to
is
get us out of here.
that roll for Benson?
It's a +4, so yeah, it's got to be.
So plus 2 more beyond that because of the aura, which would be right on the nose.
Hey, that mattered.
Okay, so all right, so it'll deal 66 points of lightning damage, 33 for halved.
Possible.
There is no concentration on a spell that's being cast. A minute does not get lost. He still has the effects of the spell. Brooklyn, are you still standing or no?
Did I take 33 or did I take 6?
You'll take 66. You failed.
Okay, I'm dropping, but I'm relentless endurance.
Right.
Teetering, just for those that can heal and are paying attention to him.
He's hanging in there.
Okay.
I got it.
Hold the line.
Yeah, but
Hold
this
the line.
All right. Immediately after the dragon's round, that would be on 9. You hear another thud and another thud. It doesn't seem that either are in view. You can see them, but you're certain that there are 2 dragons just outside. They start speaking in Draconic. Raya would be the only one who could hear them because they're speaking low and the wind's catching it.
I speak it.
You speak it. The blue one looks back in a very kind of quickened tone, says, "They are inside. They are trying to escape." The red one says, "Let them." Grok.
Grok is-
Everybody, the red one said, they should let us go.
Oh, he's on our side.
Yeah.
You then hear as you're kind of maneuvering, you hear what you assume to be the black one say, "They have infiltrated my lair. They die."
I'm pissed.
It looks
I
like
don't think he's gonna let go.
it looks like the blue one's trying to decide what he's going to do. And to make the determination for me, go ahead, Grok, continue your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna do 20 points of healing for Brooklyn.
Okay.
Heal Benson. We can teleport a dead body.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Benson was hurt by that.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh no, can we retcon that to Benson?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Raya.
Fucking die.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
No worries. You're pretty sure, no matter the charge, if another one of those bolts comes flooding through the chamber, it will kill Benson.
Wrap him in rubber.
Just
Yeah.
whip out your rubber and
The fetishist.
if you have potions, I was trying to insinuate, you might want to shove those down his mouth.
Potions of what?
Healing.
Oh.
Climbing probably won't be too.
I mean, I have one, but but this is better than that.
I don't want to have to sacrifice myself to get you guys out of here.
I mean, if you get into the circle with us, then you'll be teleported, and we could always help you later.
Right, you can prevent a breath. No, they can still do breath weapon if someone's adjacent, right? If it recharges.
Well, there's 3 of them. One of them's out,
We'll have
so
to maneuver
there's at least
around.
one coming.
But can they do it if someone's adjacent? Right?
What, potion?
A breath weapon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going out
Is
there.
there any way if they do a breath weapon?
Also,
you can detect
the
full amount of
nature
it?
the nature of the spike growth, it's not something you get to freely move through. You will be taking. No. He did it from the ceiling down. He didn't do it from
I'll
the
go
ground
along the
up.
wall in between the two.
I'm just saying the spike growth at the entrance you're going to have to go through. That's not. You're not going to be able
The
to.
spike, because it says it camouflages back into the ground so you can't see them.
No. They come out. They're not like little tiny spikes. They're large rending spikes inside of that area. The cube, the 20-foot radius cube, is filled with spikes from the walls. It's
Because you can't see them.
okay. Hold on.
They goes back into the ground.
The ground
It's up at 550.
swords. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 damage for every 5 feet it travels. And he did it from the ceiling. So you would be going underneath, but then you'd have to come up into it in the stairs because it's descending and outwards from the walls. You could snake underneath it for that first landing, but the second you get into Step Town, it would be spiky growth city for you.
I don't give a fuck anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not gonna do this. So I'm just going to hang out here. I'll ready an action to shoot one in the face if it gets within 20 feet.
Right. The blue dragon can't see the spiky growth. You're right.
Hang on.
It doesn't recognize it's hazardous. But it's more.
Sorry.
I was gonna say it's more of a think of like Indiana Jones and there's a bridge there kind of deal. It's more of that kind of like concealment for the spikes than probably what you're thinking.
Before he finishes his turn,
Okay.
we're on turn 10, correct?
This will be turn 10.
So at the end of this round is when we go.
Yeah, but we skipped ahead. We did skip me a dragon. If Brooklyn is rolling a death saving throw, did we cycle?
I'm not rolling a death saving throw.
Did we cycle back around fully? No, Raya's up. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Jerry.
Yeah, I'm not going to go die, and if we're at turn 10, then I'll just move
We're
on.
good. Come back to us.
Yeah. Okay, the orcs do nothing. Benson, this will be turn 10. So he is gone. He is through. Brooklyn is gone. Raya is gone.
Grok is gone.
And Grok is gone.
Shambles is next, so we're out.
Shambles is next, so you are out. Boom, boom, boom.
We're in Mootis.
Someone, you're at the end of the Mootis. Can you have Benson make an Arcana check for me? And if you are trained in Arcana, you can make the check as well.
I got it. So 16 for
Benson got a 20.
Benson got a 20.
No, it's not good enough.
They're in.
Neutral got a 29.
Okay. Moments after the portal kind of collapses on your side, the spell kind of vanishes, you notice that there's something kind of looking in on it. And with that Arcana check, you recognize that a spell called Analyze Portal was cast on the zippy line. So whoever was on the opposite side knows where you went.
They know where we went, or they know the circle.
They know exactly where you went.
So we're far, though.
Yeah, but we
They're-
care about this place.
We're not far enough to outrun them. They're pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right, let me just change the music up to a little bit less action-packed, tense music to a bit
Did we
more
win?
happy. You managed to not get devoured by dragons. That's a win in
Yeah.
my book, I guess.
We just encountered 3 dragons. That is some XP.
You did not actually encounter them.
I saw all 3 of
Out
them.
of curiosity,
Pretty
if
sure
one of
I
them-
saw some lightning breath.
If one of them did a breath weapon, is there a way Rooklyn could have took the whole breath weapon attack, or would it still went?
That
behind
goes
him?
through you.
Yeah. I was being kind saying that they were getting cover for being behind you, so yeah, I didn't have to say that at all.
Save, they could react to seeing it hit somebody else.
I
Copper rod, bury it in the ground right before they fire lightning bolts.
was assuming you were taking the I'm gonna try and be a wall kind of posture. So I was being kind and saying they were being defended in that way. But yeah, you appear on the roof of the Hand of Mudis's home, the quote-unquote Tower of Mudis.
Progress.
Bad.
Wow.
So yeah, I would let everybody know they know exactly where we are.
Raya, with assistance from Benson, you explain what you saw, the weird clicking runes that appeared with the dragon, and he would tell you that they were summoned. And the summoning spell, he presumes, was not permanent. So they were probably only brought there for a limited engagement. His assumption, Benson's assumption, would be that they probably will not, in their triumvirate state, fly to Mudis. If they intend on going that way, they will be doing so from different...
Which one of the three did I see in the portal?
Oh, it would have been the Black Dragon. Yep.
Does Benson have any sense of the kind of thing that they might have been protecting, since it seems so important?
No idea.
Something that matters.
I'm just gonna move.
I think that's whatever it was. That's super important.
There is some type of holy location or altar that the ritual needs to be performed upon. It could be in there.
Could be a separate charge entirely. It just depends. You would have learned more had you gotten deeper, but you didn't make it past the door.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't feel like it.
You made it just past the door.
I picked up a stick.
I guess technically 2 of you made it very deep into the dungeon.
Yeah.
About 180 feet.
Yeah.
One of us twice. There it is.
Yo, rocking out with 1 health.
He did fall twice. Yeah, no, so Rooklin's doing the just leaning on stuff.
What an exhausted guys!
So I'm gonna help him down to the ground.
Dropped down the cave twice, stabbed, lightning shot at me.
Got exploded.
Yeah, that's the first one. Was the blown up, drop down the cave, or blown up staff, drop down the cave, climb back up, drop back down again, climb back up, and got shot by lightning.
I was not messing around with that half orc. But,
So
yeah.
those that dark flame orc, this little quest little line has been around for a long time, right? I mean, I feel like it's been there for a while. We were not even remotely strong enough to tackle this earlier on if the same people were going to be there.
I told you from the onset of this game that some of these quests you'll walk into, they'll be very easy for you to defeat. Some of them will be insanely impossible. That's still true.
Next stop is going to be Jimmy the Cleric. They hand out all the healing he can give us if he's willing to help. We'll spread information to him about what could be coming, and then we need to go talk to the Curios so that they can start an evacuation if they need to.
If you go to Jimmy the Cleric right now, he goes, yeah, sure. I can help you out with that. No problem. I'm gonna need some tithes though. It's been hard making money lately. I made a nice bit of cutter when those champion fellows came around, and we had to take out those weirdos that came around. What have you? But Jimmy's gotta get his drink on. So if you want to chip some in the tithing pot, that'll be nice.
Throw 80 gold at him.
All right. Yeah, that's suitable. That's more than good.
Forget about it. It's good.
Forget about it.
In case we do him next time, you hang on to that. And we'll tell him about the dragons, and he can start spreading that word. And we're going to go see the Curios after this.
Sure. He's going to cast... who's the most wounded of the lot of you?
Benson and Rooklyn.
Definitely Rooklyn. He's at 1 health.
Then definitely Rooklyn. Benson's got 22.
He will use his 6th level slot, his only 6th level slot, to cast Heal on Rooklyn. You heal 70 hit points. If you're currently affected by blindness, deafness, or any diseases, which you are not, I don't believe, you don't have those anymore. He'll then spend 2 5th levels. So if you would like, roll 5d8 plus 4 for the first one. Whoever's getting it.
I can't see Benson's sheet anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, is Jody here?
Yeah, he just logged
He's
in.
here.
Awesome. Then yeah, get on it, man.
What am I, how much is it? Sorry, I was...
5d8 plus 4, is what you said?
Yeah.
Unless you don't need that much. What's your...
I mean, aren't we gonna rest anyway?
No, we got to go see the Curios, and they have to start planning an evacuation probably, just in case.
Chody, the Zoom link is a bit up in the chat, but if you click into it, I can very quickly switch over so that you're...
Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't click in. I didn't want to screw up your stuff.
like I said before, I'm ready for you.
It should be late in the day, so we might be nearing a rest, but we definitely have to talk to the Curios, and we might want to go back to the Bronze Shrine with that prize from the Curios, plus anything we can offer ourselves. Maybe we can get the Bronze Dragon in defense of Mutis.
Perfect. So if you do go to make a call on the Curios, you will note that he's not here.
And with his assistant or someone that's around, ask him where he's been.
He is heading towards the Bronze Shrine to treat with the Bronze Dragon therein.
We'll leave word with the assistant mayor or whatever's going on here about what could be happening.
Real quick, make a perception check, every single one who heard that statement.
20.
Yeah, if somebody was on their way from the Mountain Stowe to Mutis and
A few days.
Entourage,
Not if you're flying.
and an entourage of individuals were making their way to the Bronze Shrine on foot, they'd be very clearly noticed from the sky.
Okay. Chody, do you have another use of teleportation circle or no?
I don't believe. No, it's only one level 5 spell, so only one.
What is coming over the screen right now? Is that a
It's a
cookie?
cookie.
It is a picture frame. Mari's having fun. She's laughing to herself.
She is the Flash. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But he does have sending, so he could try to tell him to come back.
Yeah, I do have that.
Do you wish to send a sending spell to the Curios?
Use the sending spell to contact the Bronze Dragon.
Okay, I will do that and let them know what happens.
Tell me what your 25 words are.
Hold on. I have a Residuum Wand, a Ring of Warmth, and 5,000 gold that I'm willing to give this Bronze Dragon in defense of Mutis and the Curios that is on its way there against the Black Dragon.
I will do that. We have those items as a sacrifice for defense against the Black Dragon.
That is my treat with the dragon.
Okay, so upon your casting of sending, you as a spellcaster will note that the spell did not go through. There seems to be something that's blocking you from casting divination spells that target the Bronze Dragon.
It's busy.
No, it cannot be contacted.
No, I got a busy signal.
Yeah,
It was a
busy
joke.
signal.
Sorry. It's
Went to
okay.
voicemail.
Just, yeah.
Sorry, I don't use phones anymore.
That number's been disconnected.
Is he able to contact the dragon's head? Is assistant there?
You can try.
Is everything inside the shrine blocked?
You can try if you want to spend another third level spell. If you have
If you're
one.
gonna spend one, you might as well go for the Curios.
I'm out. Oh, wait, no, I'm good. Sorry.
You have one more.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try the same thing on the bronze bosses.
Okay. Nothing happens. Again, another busy signal. Your presumption is that the shrine is the limiter, not the dragon.
We can wait until morning and try to teleport there to quickly
I'm pretty
as
sure
possible.
it could be here by morning.
Well,
Its overland flight is a lot faster than its normal base speed, so, yeah.
Shamble Superfly over there. Way too far still.
To where?
Shambles could fly to the shrine, but yeah, he'd be on his own. If the Black Dragon's already in the air, they're going to meet halfway, and Shambles would get blasted out of the air.
It's not the first time Shambles been killed by a dragon one-on-one.
No.
It seems to spark up a revenge course, and then it leads to you guys beating it. So I mean, I like that. That's a good
It
idea.
is pretty cool.
Does the Curios assistant have any way of contacting him?
Unfortunately,
Directly.
no. I do not. The Curios did leave with a sound entourage, though.
It won't be enough. There are no other casters in town, right?
No.
Did he leave?
Well, he left. I want to say yesterday. It took you about a day to get from the Bronze Shrine to the Mountain Stone. You sent your message from the Bronze Shrine after exiting it. You did not cast it from inside the shrine. Had you done that, you would have learned that the Bronze Shrine blocks divination spells casted out of it. But
Would have been useful.
that said, moving along, the Mountain Stone journey from there to there was about a day. And apparently, after you sent the message, the Curios took it very seriously and made his way. If he is traveling in decent course and is taking the road,
He left yesterday. Yeah, he ought to be at the Wayside Inn.
Yep. Which means that he's probably starting today's day traveling. Well, it's actually evening tide, right?
Yeah, it should be about nighttime now.
Yeah, getting close.
So he's probably at the Wayside Inn.
It was bright enough out that you could see the dragons coming, so I'd say it was probably around 4-ish when you got up the mountain. That sounds about right for me. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, so I think it was shortly after midday when we left the Bronze Shrine and made the walk to the toe.
Yeah, well, mid-morning, actually, but yeah. Because you slept...
Because we went from Wayside Inn to Bronze Shrine to Mountain's Toe all in one day.
No, you slept at Wayside, you traveled to Monday, and then you...
Well, no, Monday doesn't count any time.
Doesn't count any time. That's what I was specifically saying, and it took you the rest of the morning to get to the Bronze Shrine, because there was a pathway I mentioned. It wasn't as far a travel as before. As you can see, you made it from Moodus to the Wayside in a day. It's like 7 squares.
Yeah.
So... yeah. It would be late in the evening. But yeah. What do you want to do?
I am out of plans.
Does the cleric know sending? And would he be able to send it to the Curios?
Well, I don't have it prepared. It's not really one I...
It'd still be morning.
I would know it. Yeah, I would know it in the morning. But that's going to be a bit more tithing. You tell him that it's about the Curios, and he says, "Okay, it's free. It's serious business."
If the Black Dragon knows where we are and is mounting his assault now, if it chooses to come by itself, it will be here by morning.
And if it flies, like as the bird flies, it will not meet up with the Curios.
What if we let the green dragon know as well? Would that help?
That's what I was thinking,
Nope.
but well, I think that at least we should let him know. But we should also get with the defense of the town, though. Figure that out, because they're going to burn this town.
Hit up the champions, red balling them.
Okay. You would note from acquisition of information, discussion, speaking to the town guard, at current there are a total of 50 men-at-arms prepared to fight and defend Moodus. They had a strength of 70 before the assault on Moodus from not too long ago. And Red Ball is a field, as are the other 2 champions. Gondar was last seen at Fort Phalanx.
We have no way to get a message to him either.
The spell sending would get a message to him, but there's no direct method other than that.
Yeah, but
You should all get
now.
some rest.
Yeah, I think we should.
I've got first watch. Heal yourself as best you can.
Oh, you guys are taking watches in a town. I love it.
Guards on high alert now.
Yeah.
I'm keeping eyes on the sky.
The
How
Brooklyn,
in
Benson.
depth is the literal underground here?
In actuality, Choa is also not present. She
Who's
has...
that?
That would be the lady who runs the Thieves Guild underneath.
Okay.
The main face of the Thieves Guild is the bartender. And he is present, but if you're trying to ask him to defend the town and they're saying...
No.
Oh.
I from my own going down there, how in depth does the underground go?
Oh, okay.
Could it be a bomb shelter if we needed one?
It's just a basement level.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet underground, but it's not going to stop them.
I'll quietly pass word to that guy at least. He can bury himself.
You would know it does have similar magic to what you presume was on the Bronze Shrine because of the former tenants. The people who actually constructed that basement were Meridian cultists who weren't wanting to be sussed out, so magic does not enter or exit the basement level. either divination magic.
What are does Benson have any special protections on his tower, his house?
No.
Do you have Odo's resilient sphere or some other kind of?
Yep, I do have that.
We might want to do that. I don't know.
Tiny Hut would be the one that only protects our group, though.
For 8 hours, or until someone dispels it.
Yeah, Otuk's the spear isn't super big either, though. That's the thing; it's not real big.
That's only like a 5-foot ball.
Yeah.
The guards are on defense, so that's their job. We've literally done all we can for the town at this point.
Okay.
Like some of the
I mean, except for bringing the dragons to them.
I would recommend you guys get as much rest as you can. If he is coming straight here, nonstop, chances are he's going to be a little tired.
Yeah, and if he goes back to rally the troops,
That's what happened with
we'll have
Hornbeck.
more time.
Well, we're not going to be much help with that without all these spell slots, and many of us are down a bunch of hit points.
I'm saying Benson, Grok, Brooklyn, head inside the tower, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have the guards alert myself or Raya immediately if anything's spotted. I'm going to be standing on the tower, just watching.
Okay.
Are the guard towers taller than Benson's tower?
The best way
Doesn't matter. Doesn't hold Benson.
the best way I can describe the guard towers here are non-existent. There really aren't guard. There aren't guard towers, so this is something you guys have kind of made up. There are no outer perimeter.
No, you're wrong. We're up on the wall.
There are no outer perimeter walls.
Yep, they're totally on. We're on.
There aren't like.
I know a guy, and his name is 50-foot wall around this town.
Battlement.
How'd he get that name?
You know what? I'm not going to give you a 50-foot wall, but I will give you inspiration for that joke.
Deal.
But yeah, there are no defenses. What you will note about Mudis's defense lines is they are farther out, so they will have scouting patrols who actually watch out in a field at specific points. One of those points is Crypt Watch, which is where the Champions of Mudis Patreon game took place, which is basically a high hill with a old cemetery on it. Crypt Watch. There is the Tree Fort, which is just inside the Serpent's Path or Serpent's Way that enters into the Anguis Woods. On that path, just entering into it, there is a tree that has a rope ladder that descends down from it. There's a small little kind of balcony set up there for the scouts of Mudis to enter into and watch from. The main point of the tree fort is to be able to contact Oru and Oru's sentinels quickly. And the way that is done is a candle is lit inside of the tree fort, and it is noticeable by the sentinels because of a connection with a candle that they have.
Are any of the sentinels still on this plane?
Yeah. All of them. All of them. The only thing that left this plane is Oru.
Oh, I thought the Phoenix went with him.
The Phoenix did, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
It is a new addition to the Sentinels. I didn't include it. But yeah, all of the other
About
ones.
Amon, Ron, and Mance, what do they got going on?
Wait, what?
Amon, Ron, here next to Mudis.
Oh,
and Mance.
Amon Ranch is where you have
The teleportation circles covering the sea.
Yeah, sorry. Amon Ranch is where
I was like, what the hell?
you have taken home. That's the
Okay, that's where I live.
Your friends, and the Mance is where the Honorbound used to reside until they were moved to Phalanx. There's still a few Honorbound that are still present there that maintain the establishment, and if you do call them to arms, they will join, adding 5 more men-at-arms to your...
Yeah, we'll put that call in. Do they have any more ballistas or anything, or have they moved it all to Phalanx?
Everything seems to have been moved to Phalanx by Gondar.
Does the town have range weapons? Heavy weapons?
It does not have much. It does have 3 catapults, all set up inside the Curios's fortress.
Yeah, we'll get those pointed toward mountains, though.
Okay.
Does Shambles want a different body, or is the one he have okay for him?
I should probably stay punchy. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the beater. Oh, are you faster than one of the other ones?
Yeah.
I am. By 5 feet,
Oh, that's
I
not
think.
Not if it takes
It
an hour,
was,
which
it's either
I
five.
could save you any
It was
time.
either 5 or 10. I think it's just
Either
5.
way.
Is this your strongest body?
This is the hardest hitting. Yes.
Yeah.
I go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long
I'm
does
gonna
it take you to clear 6
time.
hexes, Zach?
I don't remember.
Envoy.
I haven't been on travel duty in a while.
I
Envoy.
haven't died in a minute.
Envoy was the one that doesn't get exhausted. It ran over land faster. The skirmisher is technically faster, but it's more stealthy. And then the juggernaut is the fisticuffs, punchy bunch.
First of all, they're all fast.
They're all still
They're
a
all
monk.
monks.
Right. And then the scarecrow body is the most squishy. It's able to get through tight.
Pillow.
Super durable if there's no fire.
Yeah. But
It's that thing.
Glares at Benson.
that said, if you guys stay up, some of you stay up through the night, some of you get to rest. I'll just let you know you are on high alert. Tensions are high. You've got all of the watchmen, spreading rumors, telling stories. It sounds like your initial assessment of there might be a dragon coming is now all of the dragons are coming to. The dragon god has been resummoned. It sounds like it's gone through the grapevine very well, and they are all tense and on high alert. And by morning, nothing happens.
Perfect.
Excellent.
You awaken and prepare your different spells. It does not seem like the town was met by a massive dragon.
Yet.
So Grok would ask Benson to send a sending to Uru to alert her to the encounter with the 3 dragons in Dark Flame. And that
No, that wasn't.
That was not Dark
Mountain
Flame.
Spell.
You didn't make it.
Mountain Spike.
The session was called To Dark Flame because I was not under the presumption that Mountain Stow was going to be a stopping point.
Showed you.
That
Dummy.
that just happened, and then I was like, "Oh, well, this session is titled wrong."
Yeah, and as part of the message,
That'll be
to
the last time it happens. I promise.
relay
It
that
was titled right. We got the story wrong.
they seem to have tracked
Just type him,
or teleport. Oh crap! Okay.
yeah, type him
They're
out your
gonna do it-
25-foot message, and then tell him to post it in the.
25 foot.
God, 25 foot.
That's a
That's
lot
a
of words.
freaking book, dude.
Depends
Jeez.
on the font, really.
Yeah, it's font.
One thing I
big.
want to question:
25
Benson's
words.
horse. We left it back there. I'm assuming
Which do you?
his horse. Yeah, Benson's horse.
Yeah, Benson's horse was.
No!
You
find its
forgot
way back
about
to
it
him.
for like
No, you wrote
ever.
it. You wrote it up to the camp, and it was stated he left it inside of there when you went up the switchback.
That
was-
horse always knows where he is, though, doesn't it? Isn't that part of it?
I don't know, maybe.
Whistle.
Horse could be used against us.
So, are you casting sending spells for people?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
helping everybody.
If
We're
Grok did,
asking Jimmy to prep it, too.
yeah, he's got one on deck if you want to throw him some words. But if you, Grok, enter into his house having slept somewhere else, you will see that there is a horse outside his house, just waiting near the door.
Told you.
I would have slept
the
in his
horses are
house if he
dope.
would have allowed me to.
What,
I wanted it.
Yeah, that's fine. What you would have noted, though, is that the horse would probably have arrived at about the same time, if not slower than the dragon. So if the dragon was to come, a good test of measure as to when it could have arrived would be the fact that a horse traveled across land by itself
That's
And
no
made it.
normal horse, though.
It's a good horse.
and made it here before the dragon.
Maybe it did. My horse is awesome.
No normal horse,
True.
for sure, but it still had to go through a forest or around one, whereas the dragon just would have just right over the top of it.
No, those are tall trees.
Very tall.
They go all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah, they go in through the stratosphere.
Some Minecraft rules.
Yeah. No. But yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna post it in character.
sure.
It's one more character that's got our number. We should probably deal with him soon.
Remember when
Yeah.
Figure out what the Curios wants us to do, and then blow it.
If we manage to contact that bronze dragon, my offer stands if he wants to form up a hit squad with us.
We could
Yeah.
take him. We just couldn't take him right then.
I'll bet he really doesn't like black dragons, though.
Probably not.
if you send a message to the Kyrios in the early morning, it's blocked.
Oh, good.
Nope, he made it. or is dead.
No, you would be able to tell if the sentinel's not present. It's more of a bounce back. Like I guess taking it into the old phone methodology. It's a busy signal. It's not a.
Oh, it could not be completed as dialed.
It's not a that. It's
Please
the.
hang up and try again.
Yeah. So that would be Jimmy that's sending that one to the Curios, right? Just to make that easier. And then Andy, you're asking Benson to send the one to Oru.
Please.
If
Happily.
If it is as you say, then I wish you the best of luck and Kashaeth. Or sorry, that's and Kashaethia's grace. I hope that you survive the encounter. I was doing syllables for a moment there, but yeah.
That hurts.
Basically, a nice way of saying good luck on your own.
Yeah, because you said all the dragons is here, and it said, "Okay,
Whoops.
well, you done fucked up."
Turtle servant.
I mean,
Oh, that's a bummer.
could have given us some advice, but okay.
Oh, there was no advice
Three
to give.
dragons.
There was don't do what you did that
What?
made this happen.
Don't go to Buddhist.
No, my advice was don't do what you did to make this happen. Whatever you did, don't do that.
Do the opposite of that.
Sorry, no help there. Sure.
I bet that Black Dragon was down a big spell slot too. He was weak.
Again, if you discussed it with Benson you can go ahead and make an Arcana check. You are a spellcaster. That's why you can't make one, Raya.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
23.
Yeah. So you would actually note that the spell that was cast is a very, very, very powerful variant of Gate. And the presumption is a spellcaster wizard. Sorry, I mean to specify. So you would note that that is a very powerful version of the spell Gate. And it is probably similar in kind to the description that you heard of the Oru scale. It's a binding summon, and it probably is a one-off deal. It might take more than a year to create another charge of that. So whatever it was that they were moving to protect was very important.
That's the way to go.
Pretty cool. Let's head back to Mountains too.
Smooth brain too. Yeah, we're only fighting one dragon. We're fine.
We can go kill that phoenix again before we go back. That bird. The crow. That we can't fight for a year.
It hasn't. Yeah, it's been a year and a day.
Yeah, so we can just do that the day before.
Oh my gosh, 2 cats. I don't know about this.
Our annual pilgrimage.
Well, should we teleport somewhere? Go check in on the Bronze Shrine, see how the Curios is doing. Maybe let him know what's going on, because this is sort of his town that's now marked.
Oh, it'll probably come to his attention the second he arrives back at the tower or back at the place. But yeah, I want to stress this one more time. Whatever it was that was out Mountainstow was worth summoning 2 dragons to stop you. So it's probably not going to be the case. Think about it. Now that there's a dragon there, what do you think's probably going to happen? He's going to leave and chase you guys down to blow up a podunk town, or
It seemed like he wanted to.
I'm looking to go set that swamp on fire.
Or he's going to go hide somewhere else.
Oh, they're gonna move it. You're right.
if he knows you're close, then it's probably not going to be, yeah. So whatever it is, it's probably not. It'd be like this. It's like, I want to have fun and do cool stuff. My first thought isn't, I want to go to Middletown.
That's what Jody's house is. That's where we go to have fun and do cool stuff.
100% where we go every time.
Yeah,
Also, why did we all just dox him?
I didn't say anything about the state. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're right.
There's lots of Middletowns.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
There is one in New Jersey, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Well, dox whoever that is.
It is down the shore.
Well, now they know it's not New Jersey. Way to go, Zach.
It's down
All
the
right,
shore.
I anti-doxed him. I'm sorry.
Anyways. Yeah, so whatever you want to do with that information. I'm just going to let you close out the last couple minutes here, deciding what you wanted to do next.
Full rest, so that feels great. Got my key points back.
Started some shit.
Started a lot of shit.
Do we want to see that shit through to the end, or we just want to bounce? We could teleport to the Redoubt and then go check out Darkflame.
So, Brooklyn, as you're kind of getting up in the morning and kind of after having a nice long rest, you kind of feel like the heat of your your blood has kind of cooled down, and you're kind of looking over yourself as you're kind of getting up in the morning, getting ready to put your armor back on, and you notice that along like your chest and kind of all throughout your right arm, there's kind of weird patterning. I don't know if you've ever seen someone who survived a lightning strike,
scars.
but you
It's
apparently
cool.
have like these kind of streaks all along your right torso, chest, and arm.
You should totally Google it. They're super cool scars.
They are really dope. I don't suggest anyone trying to go get them.
Right.
Like if you have to be permanent.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
You either get the lightning strikes, die, or become the Flash. Just one of 3 options.
So we know what Mari did.
I mean,
I like my odds.
She became the Flash.
Or the die is your 4th option there. Don't forget
That was the second option.
Okay.
Die or become the Flash.
I mean, there's way
Why?
more
Because-
good options than
Yeah,
bad
like
ones.
there's two
Yeah,
good options, one bad option.
That's all you get.
I'm on board for
Damn, it's like
all of the good.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Meatloaf said so.
I mean, with his climb rolls, I mean, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah.
he got out.
I mean, it took a lot of rolls, but anyway,
It did.
what's
I'm
the,
trying to shoot the dragon, Redoubt so we can go to Darkflame, or other variant I don't know of.
We keep avoiding. I say we give it to Brent. We give it to Brooklyn. He's been wanting to go visit Bellum?
Yeah.
Banser. Banser.
best way to get there would be teleportation circle to Blue Gate and then quick walk.
I vote Brooklyn. If anybody has something more pressing and important, I get it, but I'm voting Brooklyn. Meet the parents. He just had a near-death experience, like
I mean,
3
that's
times.
good. It's a nice little palate cleanser after that.
Probably wants to see his folks.
Near-death experience, more like took a vacation to death experience. Motherfucker was just sitting there. It's like, I'm gonna hang out here at death's door. It's chill.
It's cool,
We're
right?
close friends, alright?
So ultimately, the key holder on that option is Benson. If Benson doesn't want to teleport to Blue Gate, he doesn't want
Available
to.
missions we have other than meet the parents is the Dwergar excavation, the gold mine that we were just in, Darkflame Orcs, Bronze Shrine, which should be completing right now,
Yeah, it should. I will make sure to cut it out.
and everything else is done.
Yep.
Door excavation?
The map markers are the only thing that are present on there, but you have an idea of what those mean. One of them is a source of naval strength for the quadrupart enemy, and the temple marker is the place.
Answer, we need to plan our next attack after that. We have map marker across the bay or map marker with the boat on it.
I think we should investigate the map marker with the boat, that dock, because that was the one with the lesser strength.
Banser has a fishing community. You could get a boat from there.
Answer sounded like the answer, fellas.
So there's 2 things over there we can do.
All right.
Most of it. But
So just convince Benson to cast teleportation circle to Blue Gate. We can start off from there next session.
Benson, how you feel about Banter?
he said he's fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Can you cast it today?
Yes, I can.
All right. So make sure you check off 50 gold pieces of Residuum from your count for the first casting, and 50 gold pieces of Residuum off your count for this casting.
Okay. So I'm at 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, that's pounds. I got 50,000. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Pounds is the currency that does not exist in this realm.
Yeah, 5,500 because there's an extra pouch with an additional 500 in it.
I've got 400 pounds Residuum. Anywho. Poof. Teleportation circle. You appear inside the Arcane Academy of Bluegate. And yeah, we're a bit early on the end, but I think this is a fair enough place to end this 50th session. Thanks for those that are watching. You will appear at the Magic Academy therein, and that is where we will begin next week's session. Thanks for watching, killing the stream. And I think I remember the name of the song that we used when we went there, so that'll be good. Oh, that's weird. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, stopping the stream.